Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Lavella, and we are continuing our adventure in our forever world of whispering winds. Before we do anything else, let's do this. Okay, now there's some things, usually I just kind of scroll through these, but there are some things I want to try to find. Uh, distance flown. I don't understand this distance flown. Um, that seems to show up no matter what you do. I've never flown. I don't have an elytra. I haven't used creative, so I don't understand what that is. But anyway, I've noticed that in lots of stuff that when I was anyway. Distance swim, okay. Distance walked, 219 kilometers. Walked on water, walked underwater. Distance by boat, 56 kilometers. I don't know how far is kilometers. I don't know. But, and you can see here, zero elytra. I don't use elytras. Anyway, uh, okay. My dad's texting me. I just got off the phone with my dad, and he sent me a text. I'm sorry. I have to see what he said. Okay. Um, my dad and I talk politics a lot. I don't bring politics into Minecraft because Minecraft is supposed to be a place to relax, and politics tends to get my blood pressure up. So I don't do politics in my Minecraft. But my dad and I talk politics all the time, and I had asked him a question. Apparently, he did some Googling, and he was texting me the results. Anyway, I don't know how far kilometers are in jumps, 19,000. Yeah. I don't know how far kilometers are, but they have meters and they have kilometers. So anyway, now the items we are going to go through kind of quick because I can't remember what I did in between episodes that would have involved gathering any items. So we'll go through this. And again, for those of you who maybe this is the first video you're watching, I do this for transparency because there are some people out there who claim to do this and that and the other in survival and not necessarily telling the truth. So, my thing is, if I want to go into creative, I'll go into creative. This is my world. I'll do what I want. But I'm not going to lie to you about it. That's the difference. If I want to play in creative, I'll tell you, we're going to do some creative. If I want to play in peaceful, I'll flip it to peaceful and I'll say, hey, we're going to do peaceful for a while. I need a change. The only thing I'm not going to do is do hardcore because then this forever world wouldn't last very long. So, uh, I mean, I'm not new to Minecraft, but I started a hardcore world the other day just to mess around. I was wanting to play, and I lasted 4 days in Minecraft. I didn't do so hot. Then I started again, and that one is still going. Uh, I don't know how many days, but a lot longer than the first one. So, anyway. So, there it is. All right, so here's the deal, Lucille. I don't feel good. Last time I went to the doctor a while back, she gave me some new medication. She said, "Oh no, there won't be any side effects." And she lied. So I have been dealing with side effects, that non-existent side effects, for a few days, and I still don't feel great. But we're down to just some nausea, and I got myself a nice cold root beer, and the carbonation seems to be helping with that. So I'm not recommending root beer for upset tummies. I'm just saying carbonation seems to help. Anyway, I wanted to make this video even though I don't feel great because I want to do a lot of stuff off camera and it just didn't feel right doing it off camera until I brought you in to this part. Okay, So I know I'm doing a lot of talking, I'm doing a lot of hand gestures in the real world. Just saying. Okay, let me find. Okay, our spawn point is -3 on the X and +5 on the Z. Okay? We are currently, top right corner, at -20,098. And the Z is 4,857. So from -3 to -20,098. I've done some traveling. That's why I wanted to point out the boating and the walking and stuff, and the 19,000 jumps. So anyway, I used Chunkbase. I think it's chunkbase.com. And I put in my seed and I did a search for a particular biome. And there it is. So excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So you can see why I wanted to be able to do some grindy grind off camera. Because in order to get all this converted, see how pretty this green, well, that's an ocean green. That's not as pretty as the mushroom biome green. But anyway, mushroom biomes, once they're converted, absolutely gorgeous. They're gorgeous. They're beautiful. Love 'em, love 'em, love 'em. So anyway, this place is massive. Do I have any? I just grabbed some stuff to help get us started. I don't have any blocks. If only we were in a world full of blocks. But let's come up here. But this place is huge. This place is huge. Look, it just goes on and on and on and on. It is a massive mushroom biome. Oh, we can turn that off. Massive mushroom biome. Huge, huge, huge. I found a different one, and I found a little area that had like 3 tiny mushroom islands, which would have been fun for like a cute little build and like connect it with bridges and stuff. And that would have been cool, but they were really tiny. And then I found another island and I was like, ooh, that'll work. And it wasn't that far from spawn. But when I get this converted to grass, I want it to be a lush, green, rich, vibrant, beautiful green, okay? Not quite the green of old school Minecraft, back in the day when it would almost make your eyes bleed. It was so saturated. It's not quite that bad, but it's really pretty and vibrant. Anyway, or at least it used to be. They've done so much stuff to the textures anymore that I don't even know how it's going to look once it's converted, but I'm sure it'll be gorgeous. Anyway, so I went to that one, to that island, and it was a decent size. It was a pretty good size. But all around it was ice. It was ice everywhere. Well, that just, my brain is like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you have an area, a biome that I would consider a warm biome at the minimum, possibly tropical level? Why would you have that in the middle of an ice biome? So I went back to Chunk Base and I scrolled out and I found this one. And not only is it not surrounded by ice, it is surrounded by a gorgeous coral reef. Is that beautiful or what? Oh, and it looks like we have a shipwreck over there sitting on the bottom. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't have the inventory space. What is the deal? Okay, so our spawn has a shipwreck, right? The place where I went to get sand, that's like 1,000 blocks away, also has a partial shipwreck. And now that looks like a shipwreck. I don't know what it is about shipwrecks, but for some reason they seem to be good luck for me. Okay, so here's my plan, Stan. Here's my plan, Stan. Impulse SV is on the Hermitcraft server. and they just finished season 10. They're going to start season 11. I think they said November 8th. I think that was the date. Anyway, first part of November, so a couple weeks or so. Anyway, for season 10, I'll look at you instead of just talking at you. Anyway, for season 10, he did this cyberpunk city, and they call it, I don't remember what the name of it is. Anyway, the big thing about this cyberpunk city was Metro Mayhem, which is like, if you follow MCC, the Minecraft challenge thing, championship thing, Ace Race is a thing where you go through, and part of it is elytra, part of it is using a trident and shooting yourself out of the water, and it's a map, it's a challenge map where you just go through. It's like a race, kind of like playing Mario Kart or whatever, except in Minecraft. Anyway, so he made a game like that underneath his city. And he did this whole story about the citizens of his city had to evacuate, and the lore was that they would be evacuating into this mountain that was nearby, and they were going to live in a bunker type situation, and he just ran out of time. Like a lot of people do. He was gets these grand ideas, and then he bites off more than he can chew, and he does that quite often. And he's not the only one. There were a lot of them that were rushing at the last minute, trying to finish their bases and stuff because they just because the season was wrapping up. They don't know, oh well, this season it's going to be from this date to this date. They don't do that. So anyway, I was kind of inspired by that. I want to put this somewhere where I'm going to remember where it is. Or some of that green. I want some of that green. Okay, we were just looking at some green grass. I need that so it'll spread. If you're not familiar with mycelium, it's this nasty... Ugh, I hate mycelium. It's a fungus, basically. It's a mushroom fungus thing. And it spreads like grass. But if you take it out and replace it with dirt, and then you have the grass blocks nearby, then the grass will spread over the dirt and it will be beautiful. Okay, so there's the ship, and there's some grass. So let's go up here. I don't want to be too close to the edge because one thing I have discovered is whenever I have had these biomes before, there seem to be a lot of drowns because it's an island. There's an ocean surrounding you, and that's where drowns live, is in the ocean. So I don't want to be trying to sleep down there by the shore and have somebody poking me with a trident. Okay, so we need a chest. That's a problem. How did I not bring a chest? Okay, well, we'll utilize the boat chest. Okay. No. All right, so let's do that. Nope. Okay. Let's go grow. Really? Okay, so my plan, and it may change. This is not carved in stone, signed in blood, any of that. My idea is, I don't know if you've played Raft or not, but there's a part of going through all the quests and stuff for Raft. You go to this one area that's an abandoned city, and it's like under a dome of glass, So it's like end of the world kind of thing, and they had this dome to protect them. And that's what I'm kind of thinking here. Um, my initial goal is I'm going to flatten this sucker ocean level. Take this whole thing down to level 63, right? 63 on the Y. Yeah. So, yeah. So 11 levels um, for this whole thing. All the mushrooms gone, all the everything. Take it down to level 63 and get grass to spread over it. And then once we get the size we want and the shape we want, then I want to put a huge glass dome over it so that we'll have some buildings above ground in the protected environment sphere, atmosphere, dome, whatever we decide to call it. And then we'll have a lot of stuff underground, like, I don't know, mole people, bunker people, survivalists, whatever. So that is the plan. That's the idea I have in my head right now. The way my brain works may or may not stay, but I've kept a hold of this idea for quite some time. And the reason that I wanted to go ahead and record today, even though I don't feel too perky, is because, as you can see, there's a lot of grinding that's going to have to be done. And I'm not doing this on camera. I'm not going to have you guys watch me dig all of this up and chop all of that down. And no, that's, even if you like to watch uh, videos where people gather resources, that there's a limit. There's a limit. I'm not I'm not doing that to you. So I wanted to go ahead and record this so that you guys could see where we were and see what we were doing. And uh, apologize because, well, we've done nothing. But the only thing for me to do is start growing some trees so I can get some wood so I can make some chests and then start leveling this place. And I just don't see that as great content. So you just got me running my mouth. You're welcome. Uh, let's see. I think that was it. I think that was it. So yeah, I'm going to get off of here and I'm gonna watch a movie or binge some Netflix or something, and I'm just gonna start chopping and a digging and a digging and a chopping and see where we go. And I'll bring you in from time to time to give you an update. And we are not giving up on our spawn area. We are not giving up on that. We are so close. But I just needed something different. Okay, I'm hoping that I got sound back. I'm going to open this chest and see if I can hear it. Try not to drown. Well, I could hear the water sounds. Well, I didn't hear the boat chest open, but I can hear water sounds. So hopefully you can hear me. Anyway, we're not finished with the spawn area. There's tons of stuff I want to do in the spawn area. So, but the thing is, I'm one of these people, I really like the beginning of Minecraft world, and I get distracted and I get sidetracked, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. But then before I can make anything happen, I'm like, oh, I'm ready for something different. So I end up making a new world. Well, this is going to be our forever world. I want this to be our forever world. For realsies. I do not want to do 15 new worlds. I want this to be it. So, instead of making a new world, when I get itchy or antsy or squirmy or whatever you want to call it, I'm just going to go to a new spot in the same world. And then later, we'll go back to a spot where we've already been and we'll work on it. And then we'll go to another spot. Maybe we'll start a new spot. But this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is forever world. Forever, forever, ever, ever, ever. Amen. This is it. So, not giving up on Spawn. Lots of stuff I want to do at Spawn. Lots of stuff I want to do at the cave thing. We still haven't done an actual caving episode other than lighting up that cave and fighting mobs. Tons of stuff I still want to do in this world, in those places. I want to do some building at that sand area where I was. I need to go back there and get more sand. Lots of stuff. The list is a mile and a half long. But right now I needed something different. And at some point, I want a tunnel. I know, 20,000 blocks, but I want a tunnel. And so, yeah, that's going to be a thing. Plus, we can connect with the nether and make another tunnel from one portal to the other, so it'll be a lot faster to get back to spawn. So, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. So, anyway, that's the update. That's the explanation. I'm clapping my hands together, so I will stop gesturing at the monitor. And I want to thank you for your time. I realize we did absolutely nothing except, ta-da, mushroom biome. Next time, we'll have more stuff. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch. Sharing your time with me always means a lot to me. I know I say it all the time. I mean it every time. So thank you for that, and we will see you later.